So, one of the areas that CBD or hemp, and I keep using CBD and hemp because, here's the thing. We all talk about CBD because that's the most well-researched nutrient in hemp, but hemp itself and all of these other cannabinoids and terpenes and other nutrients that are found in hemp, they're very, very powerful as well too. And that's one of the biggest reasons why we used a full spectrum oil that has not just the CBD, but also the terpenes and the other cannabinoids, because we believe in having the natural matrix of the plant, which is really what's been used for the thousands and thousands of years in Chinese traditional medicine and Ayurvedic medicine for its health providing properties. So we don't want to screw around with that research, because that research is better than any research that we're going to be able to do in any research or any school or university or lab here. So anyways, the thing about hemp and CBD is that it's really providing a benefit with healthy inflammatory responses. And healthy inflammatory responses is really, really important when it comes to issues that deal with pain, with soreness, with joint vulnerability, with nerve issues. Usually the reason why people have that type of pain or issue is because they're getting too much of a good thing. They had a trauma, they had some sort of vulnerability, they had some sort of type of trauma or injury or insult. The body's natural response and wonderful response through its immune system was to provide a healthy inflammatory response. But then, because they didn't have enough strength to turn off that immune response, or because there was so much inflammation going on in other parts of their body that there created some chaos in that area, you created this whole thing of excess inflammation. And that's what chronic inflammation is all about. It's about taking something that was supposed to be used and then stop, so it's go and then end, but then it just kept on going. And it kept on going and kept on going, and it became chronic. And that chronicness essentially created even more injury. So what CBD has been found to do, in a sense, with other nutrients as well too, is to create kind of this healthy inflammatory response. Okay, right? And when you do that, you're able to kind of deal with some of those issues. And you have to look at those issues not just from one area. So when we developed and formulated Nerve, we developed a product, a cream, that was a cream that helped to support the body's inflammatory responses. It helped to provide detoxification and circulation so that you could get rid of some of that toxicity that's found when you have an insult and then you have to kind of deal with that insult. And then also to make sure that you had a lot of health providing antioxidants that were going into that area, and not just into the joint, but into the joint and the soft tissue or muscle. And not just into the soft tissue, but also to the nerve. So therefore, somebody could really get the amazing health benefits using Nerve, whether they had nerve issues, whether they had soft tissue or muscle issues, or whether they had joint issues. I mean, it's all the same thing of why individuals were feeling some of those health problems, is because they weren't getting the proper inflammatory response, they weren't getting enough circulation, so therefore they weren't getting enough detoxification of the area, and then lastly, you weren't getting a lot of the antioxidant value, which was going to help to, again, reduce some of that stress. It's called free radical stress, which is just going to allow for the promotion of really great health and wellness.